but at the expense of Lincoln City. But now Lincoln are fighting back. They're in third place in the GM Vauxhall Conference after a solid 5-1 win against Cheltenham on Saturday. Anne Barker reports on a club battling to turn its fortunes around.
It was by goal difference alone that Sincil Bank became a home of non-league soccer. It was a sudden drop from Division 3, but there was no self-pity. This is the newest football stand in the country. It cost nearly £1 million.
To be frank, we thought it was the end of a footballing world. And for 2 days and a few bottles of whiskey, it seemed like that. But then we realised that there had to be, the club was going to go on. We were going to go on. We had a responsibility to the supporters.
When fire killed 56 people at Bradford 2 years ago, Lincoln City were the opposition. Supporters and club staff were killed and seriously injured.
Both officials and players at the club, and I think I probably speak for a lot of supporters as well, when I say that a disaster, a tragedy like that, put football in its place to a degree, and for some considerable time at Lincoln, the quality or the success of the football team was not the most uppermost in our minds.
But in the Vauxhall Conference, Lincoln have drawn bigger crowds. There's more income from lotteries and full-time players in a part-time league.
Well, I would not have come back to the club if they were part-time players. Part of my coming back here was that they would retain a full-time heritage, as it were, because I felt that was the best course of direction if they wanted to regain their league status in one bounce.
Saturday's opposition were Cheltenham, and it wasn't long before Lincoln were ahead. Clive Evans finishing from the corner. The second, only minutes later, John McGinley the scorer. And the third, like the first, from fullback Clive Evans. Cheltenham, through Brett Angel, got one back, but at half-time, words of encouragement from an ex-Lincoln player made good.
We've got the right manager for the job, I think, and he gets the back and by the board and the supporters. I'm sure he'll get them back into the Football League. I'm positive for that.
Into the second half, and substitute Mark Sartori got back Lincoln's 3-goal lead. But the fifth was the best, Bob Cummings with a shot that any league club would be proud of.